turn my dreams into reality. Oh, and I can say it makes my soul complete.
Hello, hello, my fellow creatures. Yes, I am talking today. Well, sort of talking. I am using a voice changer, but I have my reasons. So today we're going to be doing some redesigns. And by the way, do you like my angel OC? Well, it's the other form besides the fox angel form that you usually see on screen. But this is the actual full on fledged form from that OC. I hope you like it as much as I do because I've been drawing this OC for a while now. Today, we're going to be doing some redesigns of the main six. Yes, I know I've done the redesigns before and before that, and it wasn't that long ago since I already did the actual redesigns for them in 2024. But we're in 2025, and even though it's only been a short while, I felt like it was a long time since I'd done redesigns, and I decided to do them again. I never felt satisfied or really enjoyed the redesigns that I'd done beforehand. No matter how hard I try, that I could never connect with them. And I would compare them with other people's redesigns work and it just looks bad. I really don't like it. First pass, terrible. Second pass, just tragedy. I just didn't like them. Except for how I did Twilight. Well, sort of. But I decided to do a redesign again, and to help me, I decided to watch the My Little Pony again after so many years. It really helped me bring in some insights of how I want the characters to look like. It really helped a lot, and I was not expecting it to help me, even though I've seen the show like thousands of times long time ago. So I didn't think rewatching it would actually bring a fresh mind to my head and actually give me some cool ideas. So when I was doing these redesigns, I actually quite enjoyed them and I actually fell in love and connect with these redesigns. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. And I hope you guys really love these characters as much as I do. So let's get to it, shall we? To start off, we're doing Twilight Sparkle. Hello, before we keep moving forward, I just want to make clear of how I'm going to be doing these redesigns. So, I have a certain way of doing earth ponies, unicorns, and pegasides. So, to make clear for one is that unicorns will be having a horse-like tail instead of a ponytail, and both the ponies and the unicorns will be having fur on top, bottom of their hooves, unless they're like Rarity, where they prep themselves and actually cut the hairs and not have them hanging around like Applejack and Twilight and everybody else. On top of that, the Pegasides are going to be having feathers on their tails and feathers on their hooves instead of hair. And the ponies are going to be normal. On top of that, the second part is that the both Earth Pony, Unicorn, and Pegasi have a certain pattern to them that is unique to them and their own species. As the unicorns, the patterns will be representing in a certain way that is going to connect to their cutie mark. As for Twilight, the pattern is going to be having a starlight pattern, as Rarity is going to have like a diamond pattern. On top of that, the Earth ponies are going to have only these oval shaped patterns, and the Pegasides are going to have these faded color patterns on them. Uh, Everything else was just additional add-ons to make it look nicer and balance it off altogether. These patterns can be either darkened or lightened from their actual natural coats. If there are different colors, it's most likely because of paint and not really part of the pattern design of their natural born coat. Same when it comes to hooves. If the hooves are colored and not actually the same colored as the coat, it's most likely because it's due to nail polish and not really their actual natural hooves. Just want to make clear of that. All right, let's continue on with the redesigns, which I end up calling her Vita Twilight. It'll show up in the screen here. But, anyways, doing Twilight Sparkle, I had this picture that I did a while back, and I was able to recover this drawing because this drawing was lost by the USP. I was able to recover it because I have posted on my Kara page. So I was able to restore that. Thank you so much. I gotta start doing that with my drawings more often. So I try to copy and mimic the hairstyle as best as I can, and I decided to add glasses. I felt like the glasses was more fitting, and it really brings her like reading into books into play. And I also add these little cute little things on the side of the glasses. And I made them into gold, trying to represent the fact that she's from a rich family. You know, she was born in Canterlot, which is basically supposed to be the richest area in the Equestria. So I thought gold would fit her perfectly. She has to have some type of gold. So I gave her some glasses that are gold. I felt like it fit her very well, and when I placed the glasses, I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing. This is perfect. So I continue on with the design. I kept the same pattern and added the white little belly part. I thought the white belly part would fit it perfectly and, it balanced it out. As I'm doing the cutie mark, I decided to put these cute little, I don't know, I try to replicate the symbol of friendship in a star kind of way, and it just looked weird. This is around the time I'm actually looking up the symbol of friendship, and I placed a little drawing there to get a nice little slight idea of what I'm trying to create. But as I was trying to do it, to be honest, it didn't sit right with me. I tried and tried so many times, and I can never get the way I wanted to. I really disliked it. So eventually, at some point, I end up going for the first design that I did with the cutie mark. I even tried gold to see if how that would look, but it didn't make it any better. It just looked weird in my opinion, so I just erased it all and just went back to what I had before. I put a gold for the starter, but I felt like it just didn't felt right when it comes to Twilight, so I just decided to put this gradient of colors that Twilight has on her hair. And actually, I kind of quite like it. Though, when I was trying to do the hair, I did the dark blue first to see how it looked. But I was like, why don't I try the blue that it was on the cutie mark? But then it looked too pastel and it just didn't balance it out. So I just went back to the dark blue that I originally had beforehand. I decided to fix the cutie mark a little bit as best as I could to make it more vibrant and pop out more because the pastel was blending a little too much. So that's what I did. As I was doing Twilight's eyes, I was trying different colors and I just couldn't get the color I wanted. So instead of the blue that I originally had on her on the drawing, I decided to give her this purple. I didn't want to do purple because it matched a little bit closely to how Twilight had it, but you know what? I was like, F it, I'll just do it whatever. If it looks nice and if it looks right, then I might as well do it. Man, I am out of breath. Breathe. Okay. So as I was doing the glasses and the shading, I really fell in love with everything how I did the drawing. But as I was doing it, I felt like something was missing. Something was missing. So as I was doing the line work to get it out of the way, I decided to add a satchel on the side. So I indicated that, well, when I put the satchel on the side, I wanted it to be a gift that was given from her brother, which is Shining Armor. Since she's really close to her brother, I thought maybe there should be something that Twilight will carry around her that was a gift from Shining Armor, and I thought maybe a satchel will be a perfect little gift given from her brother, and that is her. If you really like Twilight Sparkle and how I did her, which her name is Vita Twilight. I think it's Vita Twilight. It says it right here on the screen. I hope you can pronounce it better than I can. But if you really like how I did her, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your input. Next up is Applejack. I am doing in the order of from the first episode of how Twilight first met these characters. So, since Applejack is second in line, well, first in line of the characters she meets, I decided to do her first. Well, next, actually. So, I did AJ. I wanted AJ to have a short ponytail and not braids like a majority of the people would put her. The reason I didn't put AJ in braids was because it just didn't fit her. She's messy and she likes to work and doesn't want things in the way. And I would find the braids finding a little bit more neatly than AJ would normally be. So I just did it in a short ponytail. I feel like it would be much better considering how she's a worker pony and she doesn't want, the hair to be in the way and get caught in things. The opposite of Rarity, obviously, I did finish the episode where Rarity and Applejack was actually fighting the fact that AJ is a messy mess and Rarity is a fussy fuss. But yeah. So I try to keep her the way it was, and I kept, I have to talk about this. So the cutie mark I made up on my own. All the cutie marks I made up on my own, but this one was very special to me because I thought about it right off the bat, like a horseshoe shape of an apple. Like, come on, who thought of that? No one thought of that. I did. And I was so happy, and I felt like, yes, I'm smart brain now. So I kept the little, as I said in the other video, when I did the redesign, I kept it in AJ here as well. I want the hat to represent the mom and the scarf to represent the dad, instead of having it the other way around. I feel like it fits more of AJ's style, that the hat should belong to the mom, where AJ's closer to the mom and stuff. But yeah, this is the redesign of AJ, which I named Jackie Appleseed. I hope you like her as much as I do. I really love how I did the cutie mark. I just have to say, like, who thought of this? I did. I thought of this. It's so cute. If you really like how I did AJ here, which is Jackie Appleseed, please let me know in the comments down below because, like, Next up is Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is a fast flyer lesbian. I'm saying lesbian because it was canon in the show at the end of the season where she ends up with Applejack, so I don't really care what you say. No, I'm kidding. I actually do really care. Please don't hate me. But as I was doing Rainbow Dash, I knew that Rainbow Dash is very much of a tomboy and a messy mess like Applejack, except messy mess is not the main thing when it comes to Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is lazy and loves to be cool and show off a lot, have a big ego. So I decided to have something fancy with Rainbow Dash. I gave Rainbow Dash a prosthetic wing. Yes, I gave Rainbow Dash a prosthetic wing, short hair, and a little bit of goggles because, like, why not have goggles if their whole main thing is to be in speed? Like, come on, something can get in her eye. Speaking of eye, I even gave her a little scar on the eye and scar on the little ear thing. I came up with an idea of Rainbow Dash being like, when she was a filly, she had two wings, and when she did the sonic rain boom, her hair would turn from white to rainbow, and she broke her wing due to doing the sonic rain boom. So that was my theory of how I wanted this to turn out. So when I was doing the cutie mark, I wanted to put the rain boom into the lightning bolt. So I decided to look up some reference right here, some like images, ideas of like what I can come up with. And I came up with a lightning bolt with wings, but I still wanted to add the rain boom on the back of the image. So eventually, at some point, I end up adding the rain boom. And I have to say, it looked perfect. It looked beautiful. I loved it so much. And I never seen anyone add a rainbow cutie mark. So I thought this was very unique and very different to how other people would do it. Oof, excuse me. So as I added the rainbow, I decided to add like all the colors, which later on realized I forgot the orange, but it was fixed after I did the blur, so it doesn't matter. I decided to try to colorize the rainbow, and whew, sorry. As I continue on, I decided to have some white parts like I did with the other two. I don't know why, but when balancing off with the colors with white and dark, I feel like it fits perfectly because as I was doing the coat for Rainbow here, I really enjoyed it. I put the white on there because I wanted to keep the white somewhere at some point in the hair coat to symbolize that she used to have white hair, but because of the rain boom, her hair turned rainbow. But I was like, let me just get rid of the white because her whole hair is supposed to turn rainbow when she did the rain boom. So I might as well just keep everything rainbow. But in my canon of my character of this Rainbow Dash, she had white hair. I'm saying it right here, okay? She had white hair. And after the sonic rain boom, she lost her wing and she lost her white hair. Okay? Okay. So I thought it was a pretty cool story here of how she ends up having a prosthetic wing and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool because you would think that a filly would not do a sonic rain boom. That's like the most powerful thing that has ever been done, and only feel like an adult can be doing it and not a little child. So when she did it, her wing just snapped because it was just too strong and too powerful for a little filly. That's what I went with. So as I was doing the little line work, this is what I came up with. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you really like it too. I felt iffy about it, but I loved the story. I went with it. So like, you know, a win-win, I guess. If you really like how I did Rainbow Dash, which I end up naming Lightning Dash, please comment down below. I would love to get your input of what you would have done. Next up is Rarity? Yeah, I think it was Rarity. Yeah, as you can see here, I am doing Rarity. Sorry, I got a little confused. But as I was doing Rarity, it was a little difficult how I would do her. All I know is that I want her hair to be nice and stylized, like she would normally stylize, like nice and fancy, because she's very preppy. She likes to take care of herself and make herself look like a fashionista, you know? So that's what I went with. I came up with a hairstyle from an actual person that did their hair this way. And I was like, how would I implement that onto a pony? So I tried my best to implement it. So please don't judge me here. I tried. But I really liked it. I really do. There's really not much to say about Rarity here. All I know is that Rarity was a little bit complicated, but don't worry, I'll get to the most complicated part towards the end because holy Pinkie Pie was hard for some reason. but we'll get into that later. I wanted to add the blue parts to her hair, but no matter how hard I tried, I just didn't like the blue. So what I did is I did a purple and pink. Um, I feel like the purple and pink did a lot better than the blue. Even though I wanted the blue stripes to be on the hair, but like sometimes sometimes it just doesn't work, and that's okay. You just have to work what you got. So I add the patterns as normal, as I mentioned in the beginning of the whole video. I try to come up with something like originally. So I came up with a thread with 3 diamonds and a needle going down. Um, so yeah, nothing really special, to be honest, but I really liked it. I feel like it really balances out from the cutie mark I have done with the others. So, it's a win-win, I guess. So as I was doing Rarity, I added a little beauty mark onto her because I thought that would fit her more, a little beauty mark, make her look beautiful. And I don't know. I just added the beauty mark because I thought it would look nice, okay? I know she doesn't have a beauty mark, but I thought a beauty mark would fit her. So I just added it. But yeah, as I'm using like coloring in the hair and stuff, doing the line work. But yeah, this is Rarity, which I named Crystal Gemstone. I hope you like it as much as I do. If you really like how I did Rarity here, please comment down below and maybe give me some insight of what you would have done. Next up is Fluttershy. Fluttershy, oh man, I would marry the way I did Fluttershy here. Oh my gosh. So I got inspired with the hair design from a game called Little Goody Two Shoes. There's this character with this hair, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I put that on Fluttershy? Because I feel like Fluttershy would fit this hairstyle. So when I was doing the hairstyle onto Fluttershy, I was like screaming out of my lungs, like, ah! No way, this actually looks nice. I got so overexcited doing Fluttershy. I loved how I did her. I even got to the point that I told my best friend, like, bro, this redesign is so awesome that, I would marry this version of freaking Fluttershy. I would marry her to the T. Oh man, I don't know how I came up with it. Listen, I just thought of the game and I thought maybe Fluttershy would fit it, and lo and behold, I actually made it look amazing. It fit her quite nice too. I wasn't expecting the hairstyle to actually fit her very well. So I was really surprised at the results that it came out with. As usual, I made Fluttershy with an Earth Pony and not a Pegasi. I feel like Earth Pony fits her perfectly. As I was struggling with the cutie mark because I did the butterfly shape so perfectly. I didn't want to get rid of the butterfly, so I tried to add paw prints, and I tried my best to add paw prints any way I can, and it was just not turning out the way I wanted to. So I just add paw prints to the side instead of having it blend in with the butterfly. And you know what? It's perfect. I like it. I like how I did that. I wasn't expecting it to look nice. I thought it was just going to be cheesy and stupid, but eventually it actually turned out perfectly. I wanted to turn her outfit into pink, but then I realized, wait, her hair is going to be pink. Well, sort of pinkish, with the red pink, not the actual pink. So I changed the outfits from the pink to a green. And as I was doing the hair and finishing off what it looks like, oh man, she is so beautiful. I even gave her normal brown eyes instead of colorful eyes that the other ponies have, because I feel like, brown eyes is beautiful too. You don't need to have color eyes to look beautiful. Just look how I did Fluttershy here. Look how I did her. She's beautiful with brown eyes. It's not impossible to look beautiful with brown eyes. So, yes, this is Fluttershy, which I end up naming Fluttera, Fluttera Paws, which Fluttera means butterfly in another language. So I hope you like her, because oh my gosh, I would marry her. I'll tell you that right now. Ah! Comment down below what you would have done and if you like her too. Last up, certainly not least, Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie was a struggle. I knew I wanted her to keep her chubby and short, and I wanted her to be a Pegasus. And it was a struggle because I had this hairstyle design with two pigtails, but my attempts wasn't coming out the way I wanted to, and it was driving me crazy. But then when I actually perfectly got the pigtails, I realized the wing was in the way. So I decided to erase the wing that the hair is covering, but then you won't be able to see the wings. So I decided, you know what, let's just chop the hair to like as if it's cutting through from the wings. Oh man, I was really upset because I drew the puffy hair so perfectly and it had to be ruined by the wings. But, you know, sacrifices must be made. So, as I was trying to make her hair look nice and curly and poofy, I added curls and little webs to make it look nice and poofy. And of course, the Pegasi is going to have what I mentioned before with the little fluffy hooves. Around this time is when I was trying to come up with a cutie mark. So I was looking up some ideas and no ideas was popping up to me. So I just did the casual balloon with a bow and a little confetti. I wish I could have done a little bit better and a little bit different with the cutie mark, but this is all I could have come up with, honestly. And even though I was disappointed about it, it looks nice. It's just, I feel like it doesn't match up with the other cutie marks I have done, but that is okay. As I was adding the gradient, I did eventually change how I did the coat color because it wasn't looking right with me. So I just skipped the coat and went to the hair. I wanted to add yellow to the hair, but it wasn't coming out the way I wanted to. So I had to change from the dark to a light saturated hair. Yeah, Pinkie Pie was hard, okay? It took me a long time to actually work with Pinkie Pie here. As I was doing the shadows, because I thought that this is the best I could have done. It ended up not turning that way, so I ended up changing the coat. And when I changed the coat color, I was like, you know what? Let me change the whole thing. So I end up, after I tried to change the saturation, it didn't even look any better. It was bothering me so much that I just threw away the colors altogether and decided to try to do the coat all over again with white instead of dark pink like I did before. And I decided to go with the hair and see how it looks if I just keep it in one solid color with the stripe instead of the yellow that I wanted to add. I'm going back and forth and just trying to see which one looks better. But I end up sticking with the yellow because the yellow just looks much better with matching with the blue and the balloons and stuff. But this is how I end up, and I actually really like it. It was a lot better than what I did before, but you know, I really love it. I just wish I couldn't have covered her little pigtails from her wings. Don't worry, I will draw these characters more eventually, but if you really like her, please comment down below. I named her Candy Pops. That's my phone. But I named her Candy Pops, and I hope you really like her. And what would you have done if I in this situation? Because I don't know. I hope you really love these redesigns as much as I do. Like, oh my gosh, Fluttershy. But comment down below which one yours was your favorite. Uh, I really love and connected with these characters, so I'm really happy and proud that I redid it again, and I was able to show it to you guys of what I did. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and um, I hope you really like my redesigns because I worked really hard throughout the years, and I actually finally got what I wanted to feel connected to these characters. So I did. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Comment down below your little opinions or comments or whatever that you feel like you wanted to tell me. Even questions, if you have any questions of your own, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. So, don't forget to check out my social media, and they will be on my toy house because I love them so much that I want them to turn into a character at some point. But that will be a story from some other time. I will see you guys until the next time. Bye. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. This talking is so difficult. Wait, am I still recording? Oh, you know, talking is really hard. I don't know how people do it, but you know, it's okay. I tried. Anyways, bye.